We've already saw with the Dubs that 2-point guard thing don't work. They had a 2-point guard thing. Who was? Oh my God, why am I blanking on it? They had a couple years ago. Who was it? Jesus, now you're gonna make me go. All right, you're gonna make me go look it up.
2-point guards.
Yeah, they had another guard. Who was it? That was playing off.
Who was the caliber of Damian Lillard?
Chris Paul.
Who was the caliber of Damian Lillard?
What's up, RBA fan? Welcome back to another episode of the Think RBA Podcast, where real ballers adjust. On this episode, we have an action-packed mega basketball discussion. Lots of things happen in the basketball world, but before we get in there, I just got to get this off my chest first and give some flowers to Sir Joey Chestnut, my man, on what was the July 4th holiday?
July 4th, Independence Day, Friday.
You know that thing. You know that day off we get from work, right? Where everybody sets off fireworks. My man, Joey Chestnut, won his 17th title in the Nathan's hot dog eating contest. He ate 70.5 hot dogs in 10 minutes. So if we think about that, just let's let that simmer. How many hot dogs he was eating per minute. Let that simmer. Do the math. But I'm not just giving him his flowers because he won his 17th title, right? He's clearly the GOAT. He is the GOAT of any food eating contest. Competitive eating, which is a sport, not a traditional sport, but a sport. He is the GOAT. So courtesy of ESPN, which I believe was courtesy of another blog about competitive eating, has all of his records. So I was like, let me peruse his records let me peruse. I'm not going to... You know you like when I throw those extra words, the SAT words in there for you. So let me look at his records. I'm not going to go through all of them because it legitimately might take the full podcast episode to talk about each of them. But I'm gonna run through the highlights real quick because I believe there was at least 54 listed on ESPN.com. Okay, so I'm just going to go through some of the highlights. So obviously we have hot dogs. 76 hot dogs in 10 minutes. That's his record, right? So if you think about it, that was just a couple years ago. He got pretty close to the record this time. He was about 6 hot dogs behind.
That's when he was in his prime.
This is still the comeback season, baby. All right, hot dogs 76 and 10. Tacos, 126 traditional tortilla tacos in 8 minutes. Chicken wings, long form, 182 in 30 minutes. Eggs, 141 hard-boiled eggs in 8 minutes. Grilled cheese sandwiches, 47 in 10 minutes. Crystal's hamburgers, which, by the way, I had to look up what Crystal's is, and now I know someone listening right now is already like, I know these guys are from the South, right? Because you
would know that.
You would know,
yeah,
right? Because I was like, what is Crystal's? And I see a description. It's a small square-sized patty. I'm like, so it's White Castle, right? We know White Castle. That's how you know we're from the North. Even though people like to say the DMV is the South, it's still the North.
It's the North.
It's the North. Anyway, Crystal's hamburgers or White Castle's type hamburgers, 103 in 8 minutes. Hostess's Donutettes, the small little round donuts, 257 in 6 minutes. Bro, that's like just
the math is crazy probably on that.
That's crazy. It's like 40 something a minute.
What?
Ice cream sandwiches, 25.5 in 6 minutes. The Philly cheesesteaks, 23 in 10 minutes.
That's impressive. I'm sorry, wow.
That
full
is
size, wow.
A Philly cheesesteak is grease and everything. 23 in 10 minutes. Twinkies, 121 in 6 minutes. And Eggo-style waffles, 81 in 8 minutes. But the most impressive to me, in 10 minutes, this man ate 118 jalapeno poppers.
That's insane.
And I love spicy, but you're talking about averaging almost 12 jalapeno poppers a minute.
Wow.
And can you keep going and going and going and going? My guy is the true competitive eating GOAT.
Bro, he's literally built different. Literally and figuratively built different.
His stomach is definitely built different.
All I'll say is, so DJ Khaled should be the official spokesperson for this man now, right? Another one.
Just walking behind him, another one.
That's wow.
Well, while we're on the topic here, why don't y'all jump in the comments and let us know, out of any of these foods, or if you want to stick to the hot dogs, How many hot dogs can you eat in 10 minutes? Or of any food, pick your category, right? How many can you eat in 10 minutes? Let us know. And while you're there, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and hit that bell so you can be notified of all our new and upcoming content. And with that, sir, it's back to basketball.
Okay.
Got that off my chest. We are back to basketball, and I want to start. We're going to talk a lot of free agency, all the moves, and in our lovely Deep or Not That Deep segment that we have so much fun doing. So I don't want to get too involved in the moves right now.
You don't want me to get deep.
I don't want you to get deep.
Until it's deep or not that deep.
Right. But I do want to talk about a topic around all of those moves, and particularly one that is kind of at the forefront of the basketball discussion in the NBA right now. And that is around Giannis. Giannis, obviously we saw KD traded, right? Giannis is the next quote unquote superstar that may or may not be traded, unquote. There's differing opinions of whether he should request a trade, whether they should just go for a total rebuild, blah, blah. So I want to talk to you about this. I want to see what your thoughts are. My first question, again, don't go too deep. We'll talk about Dame and Miles Turner or whatever. But if you were Giannis with all of your money, and you know that you're still in your prime, but you're getting towards the back end of your career, right? You're not in the early stages, right? It's not like one of those like, oh, I got, 10, 15 more years in the league. If you were Giannis, are you knocking on the door to management and requesting to be traded?
Absolutely. 100%. Not only am I knocking on the door, I'm always answering phone calls from fellow teammates trying to recruit me, and other teams and whoever else saying, here's the package we're ready to give you because the check will clear. So in that sense, yes, I am absolutely looking for that trade because the Bucks are not showing me a reason why I should stay, especially with these recent moves that we're not going to get deep about. What's the incentive, right? Teams are not loyal anymore. And we've seen historically that loyalty thing is out the window from both sides of the floor. So at this point, I'm going where the best situations for me to put myself in a position and my family in a position where we come out on top for what's best for us and myself and for my career. So for me, that's my route if I'm Giannis.
So I do get that whole, there's, no loyalty anymore and teams aren't loyal and da-da-da-da-da. I get that, right? But of all players, do you think that if there was anybody who was going to be loyal to a franchise, wouldn't it be Giannis? Considering his history with the Bucks, right? I mean, if there was one, there was one who I thought would be, but even he didn't stay fully LeBron?
in that. No,
Who?
Dame.
Oh.
Dame was truly loyal to Portland.
Yeah. I mean, the other one that comes to mind is maybe Steph too.
Yeah, but they took care of Steph. They took care of that team. They built well around him.
Right. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think if I'm Giannis, I think I'm doing the same thing. Not that I necessarily want to request a trade or want to leave, right? Because I've also been the type of person that does have that loyalty, right? It's obvious.
No, for sure.
Working in the same place for 20 plus years, right?
Correct.
That loyalty is there. Even when sometimes, things can get rocky,
sure.
but you weather that, right?
Right.
But I also don't have a clock ticking down,
Correct.
right? So that obviously changes the situation a little bit. But yeah, I mean, I think in this NBA, you kind of have to now, right? Like if you're a star player, and especially when your franchise gets to the point where Milwaukee is right now, I don't think you can afford not to request a trade.
Right.
And that's another conversation for another episode on how we got to this point. But at the end of the day, right, if you're Giannis, I got drafted by this team. I was developed. So they went through my early years, right? Didn't do well. Okay, now we got a playoff team on the floor. I still remember the Hawks knocking them out of the playoffs, right? One of those years when we had our little core of Millsap and Horford and them, right?
When the ref was part of the deal where twisting Trey's ankle.
No, this was way pre-Trey.
Before that.
Oh,
okay.
way pre-Trey.
Okay.
Yeah. No, that was a different thing. This was, this was pre-Trey. This is Giannis's young years. Back when they had Brandon Jennings and some of those guys. But they watched him develop. Okay, we got the playoff team. Okay, now he's truly cemented as an all-star, a perennial, all pro, boom. Okay, now we overcome, we win a chip. Great. Okay, now we're still kind of in that conversation, one of the top teams in the East. And right now, based off of what happened this year, we're out of that conversation now. And so now you're on that downside, and like you said, they're not showing any sign of quickly retooling, even if they're not rebuilding. They want to call it retooling, whatever. They're not showing signs of like that. I mean, who are they going to trade for star-wise to pair? You got to have somebody.
Right.
I mean, they got Gary Trent and, I mean, that's Miles Turner, but, we'll talk about that deal later. But, I mean, they traded Pat McConaughey. You don't have Middleton anymore. You got Bobby Portis re-signed. Like, what do you got? So, all that to say, I think, if you're honest, you have to. I think there's not necessarily because you want to. I think you're at a point where you really don't have a choice.
Right. And in terms of like loyalty wise, again, working forever in the same place and all that, what I would do is take the offers from the other teams, right? Listen to them and then go back to my management, right? Give them an opportunity. Like, look, here's what I'm getting. What can you, if I'm the Bucks, I don't want to do a situation where I throw him on an obscure team and really set him back, right? Because now you're just really destroying the relationship and all as that. So almost like what Spurs tried to do with Kawhi, but it kind of backfired in that situation.
I mean, I'm sure he has some kind of say in that though.
Right. So, yeah. To amicable differences.
Yeah.
That's kind of what I'm.
Yeah. If you're Giannis, what situation do you want to go to? But when I caveat that with, it's got to be a team that has realistic assets, right? It can't be like, oh, go send him to the Lakers. Like, who they gonna send? Right? There's nobody to send. But like a team that actually has the assets to go get him.
Well, simple. I control Z the Ayton trade and say, hello, Giannis. Change the package, the intro package, right? Just cross that Ayton.
Well, Ayton was a
correct
free agent, but
so almost feel like this is a loaded question.
It is.
For a certain team here.
I mean, we know who has the highest odds.
The highest odds, correct. But I mean, honestly, bro, like I think he can go on. He's a value add on any team, really. He's one of those rare players who can pick who is able to pick what team he goes on. So where would he be the best? Where I want to see him go, honestly, I think his mindset and that fieriness to him, I think he'd be such a wonderful fit on Miami because of that culture and just that grit and grind and like that hardcore like kill mentality that they have, that Pat Riley, demands of the organization. Like him, Adebayo, I think that'd be a great duo. They still need a good point guard though. I think they could start rebuilding around that, but I think he'd be a great fit for that specific squad.
He would be a good fit for the culture, but I don't know if that would be a good fit basketball wise. And on top of it, I mean, him and Adebayo is the two guys. And on top of it, they really, I don't think, have very many assets that they could.
That's a separate matter.
Well, that's what I was trying. Like, try to keep it realistic. But yeah, culture-wise, that would be nice. So, I mean, obviously, we were joking about who has the best odds. It's the Hawks, right? And as everybody knows, I'm a Hawks fan. There has been a player who's been active in this time period trying to recruit free agents. And the Hawks have a new GM who's been shown already to be aggressive in free agency with the Porzingis trade that we talked about last episode. And it wouldn't surprise me if, Trey was like, oh, this is really showing my age.
Kids,
it's not this anymore. Kids these days do this. Yeah. Let me do this. Hey, Giannis, what's up? Actually, probably more like FaceTime now.
That's true.
The trade's been like, Giannis, what's up? What's going on? You should head down to the A. But man, imagine him and Trey and KP with Dyson Daniels on the wing, locking down the perimeter defense and the inside defense. And we still got the young assets because we still got the rookie from last year who was a number 1 overall pick. You got Jalen Johnson. We've got a first round pick that we got back from the Pelicans.
That's right.
Which, oh, by the way, I read something I found on X, and it was from a reputable reporter. I just don't remember which one at the time. I need to start saving these. But it basically was like the Hawks were so confused that first round pick was being added and included in the deal that our GM called Joe Dumars, the GM for the Pelicans, to confirm then it was actually being included. So they were like, are you sure? Like, this is really happening? So we got that pick, which, oh, by the way, is the better of where the Pelicans or where Milwaukee finishes. So, there's that aspect of it. It could be a very valuable pick. So you throw that in with we got the assets. We got, a superstar that you've already paid. It's got to be in win now mode. Like, I'm just saying.
Are you going to be able to control yourself?
Look, we are going to have to cross that bridge when we come to it. But I swear to God, if we get Giannis,
bro,
with Trey, bro,
You know what I want to know is on Giannis's phone, how many calls has he taken from former or other players? Or is he taking from players?
Oh, I'm sure it's a lot. But in all fairness, I will give it on Hawks team.
Okay.
And actually, I'm going to go back to a team that you mentioned several episodes ago. Okay. And I forget what exactly we were talking about, but I think it was like up and coming teams, whatever we were talking about. The Detroit Pistons. Detroit basketball.
Okay.
Pairing him and Cade together, right? And they've got some young assets. I'm sure they've got some picks. Like they could potentially put something together. So
it wouldn't be a big geographic move for him.
No, it wouldn't.
But is he trying to go to more warmer climate? I was trying to send him a nice place to go. Right? You don't want to try to
look nowhere better than the A, bro.
So I was trying to send him to a better climate. Right.
All right. On that, anything else? We good?
No, that's it, man.
So let's go ahead and let's move on. I want to next talk about the Knicks.
Oh, okay.
The New York Knicks finally, after many rebuffs, they finally hired a coach. And this new coach is Mike Brown. Again, not for the Knicks, but
sure.
Just
back to coaching again.
Back to coaching, head coaching.
Yes.
Again, right? So he's obviously, his come up was with LeBron back in the day. He's bounced around the league in a bunch of different places. Assistant with the Dubs, head coach with the Kings, was fired, which was crazy when he got fired too. That was nuts.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Definitely a great coach. I'm not dismissing that, but it's one of those things where it's funny. Did you see the same thing in football sometimes? It's like some of the same coaches get recycled, and it's like when is the next, like Thibodeau, right? I mean, he coached the Knicks. He went and coached somewhere. He coached the Knicks again, coached the Bulls. They get recycled. It's like how many different times you get opportunities to put it together or not in a lot of cases. Not to say that they're not good coaches, but just saying it's like, OKC, right? Who would have thought? I remember us, and it's probably way back in the archives, talking about when he got hired.
Yes. We did a whole episode. It was
probably last on our list of coaches we would have been like, this guy going to be there. He's going to be there. And then once they develop into a good team, they go, we're going to better coach, right? Because that's normally
it's not loyal. There's no loyalty.
No, it's the MO.
Right.
Right? It's the Control C, Control V.
There you go.
So saying that to say, good fit, bad fit, will he put them up to the next level? Rumors are supposedly that Jalen Brunson's dad is being retained. So we'll see how that plays out. But what are your thoughts on the Mike Brown hire?
No, I'm actually looking forward to it because this guy has been around greatness. He's been around Braun. He's been around Steph. Was he around with the KD era? I don't recall. But the man has been around greatness. He's been around. He's made deep playoff runs. He has a good experience. I loved his passion when he was with the Kings. The dude knows how to coach. Is his style for everybody? No, but not everybody's coaching style is for everybody. But if anybody can coach the Knicks, and I think Brunson and that crew, like this man's, he's ready. He can do it. So I want to give him a chance to see what he's able to do. Right? I'm not going to dismiss him. He's a great coach. He's proven himself. The Knicks is the Mecca, the biggest stage. Mm-hmm. Let's do it.
I tend to agree on most accounts, although there is a small part of me. How we all have multiple personalities.
Sure.
Right? Just most of the time, those are all at bay. But like one of those personalities is a conspiracy theorist, right? Sure. So the conspiracy theorist in me thinks he's like when Brian, what's his name? Brian Windhorst was. Mm-hmm. You remember when he talked about the Jazz train? Why would the Jazz have done that? Why would the Knicks have done that? I wonder if there's a certain player on an upcoming expiring contract that Mike Brown has coached before that might also want to play in another big market. I wonder why they would have done that. Conspiracy theorists in me believes that this is a ploy for them to get LeBron James.
And I knew you were going there. So my question though is then, does it come with the package deal? Because he's not leaving his boy. Oh, he got to come with him.
Look, even if they did a sign and trade, like, Bronny in that deal.
Okay.
Oh, for sure.
Got it.
For sure. So if you were the Knicks, because I know how it is this, would you put a package together for LeBron?
So it's weird, and it depends though. It depends like who you're offering in return and all that. It's gotta be probably a seismic-ish trade. Okay. Although LeBron's stock value from recent reports is that it's gone down a little bit, right? I get it. If I can get LeBron James on the Knicks and see him in a Knicks uniform and I have the opportunity to get him, his son, and everything he brings to the game, I'm absolutely going to go for it. Because it's not just LeBron James. It's everything that comes with the LeBron James. And at this point in time, LeBron James is the NBA, has been the NBA for a long, long time, similar to Steph. These two guys are the face of the league at this current state. So if I can get one of these two guys, hence they're both on our wall, right? There's no other person on this wall besides the GOATs.
Right.
So I absolutely put that package together and try to get that trade.
So if you're the Knicks, right? Would you trade, let's say, Karl Anthony Towns and either OG or Mikal? One of the two, right? And then let's say you throw in, some young guy and a rack of first round picks
for LeBron and Bronny. That's it.
Because you'd still have Jalen, Josh. You'd have one or the other between Mikal or OG. At center, you could move Mitchell Robinson up, who's a favorite. You need to fill in some depth behind that. It's not a bad package. If you're the Lakers,
is that the offer?
If you're the Lakers, you get a big man, another big man to supplement Ayton because they're different styles. And then you also get a perimeter player, and you got your point guard because Luka gonna play point guard anyway.
That's the offer you gave me, bro. I thought you were gonna make it difficult. This is light. Hell yeah, I do it.
If you're the Lakers,
absolutely, absolutely. You telling me that I gotta get rid of Cat? See ya.
So I say Cat because that's where.
No, that's all you gotta say, Cat. See ya.
If there was one player that I think would be the least successful under Mike Brown, is gonna be Cat. That zestiness is not gonna. Look, have you bro?
This is zestiness,
bro. Have you ever seen the clips of Mike Brown at practice and the way he coaches?
I have.
You think that he's gonna put up with that zestiness?
Absolutely not,
sir.
Bro, that's why you told me when you said his name immediately. I was like, "Oh, I'm done. That's enough, right there. He's out."
Because you have to include somebody.
Sure,
you have to include somebody like that.
But Cat's the easiest deuces.
And it would be most appealing to the Lakers, I would think, outside of Jalen.
If they want to deal with the zestiness, as you say.
Honestly, the best package would be, but see, that is so hard because they traded 5. They didn't even have first round picks. What am I talking about? They'd have to put more together.
Correct.
Because they traded all those first round picks for Mikal.
I still get it.
You got to keep Mikal.
Oh, no, Mikal stays. It's OG I get rid of. Absolutely.
So you might even have to give up. I don't think they'd be able to do that. Give up on Josh Hart, though. That'd be tough.
Yeah, now you might be asking for much. But
so I don't know. It would be
depends who else Lakers
are. Maybe you join into some like a three-team trade or something.
Potentially.
But, I mean, there's definitely there's a path.
No, that's easy, bro.
Yeah, if I'm the Knicks, I'm working that. But that's my conspiracy theory.
Got it.
Is that all of this is, and even if they don't have to trade, is be able to pick them up in free agency next year.
Okay.
That's my conspiracy theory.
Cool.
So last question on Mike Brown. Will he get them to the NBA Finals next year?
Finals?
This is the next hump, right? They lost in the Eastern Conference Finals. Will he get them over that hump?
I think it's unfair to ask a coach to come in first year and to produce those kind of results.
So you want them to have take a step back?
I don't want them to take a step back. I want them to at least meet where they were, and then take a step up from that point, which is conference.
How can they go further?
At least meet where you were. Meet, which is what, conference?
Meet is what got the coach fired.
Multiple years he attempted it. You have a new coach who comes in. All right, give him a chance to figure it out. Does he have to deal with the zestiness? So he doesn't know yet.
The problem is we're applying logic to this situation when they fired the coach that had 4 out of 5 winning seasons and
It's the Knicks.
took them to the playoffs and took them to the Eastern Conference Finals for the first time in 25 years.
It's like any other New York team.
They can probably not make the playoffs next year, and then he'll be celebrated for. He's probably got a year's pass. You're right, but if I'm the Knicks, if I'm the owner with more logic, like no, I'm looking. I do expect, because the foundation's been set, especially if it's the same squad.
Right.
If you trade away a bunch of pieces, then yeah, you got more chemistry or whatever. But now you're just coming in and you're molding your system around the players. Right. And yeah, there's going to be some adjustments, but no, like by the time, that's what the 82 games are for.
Right.
That's the adjustment period.
Right.
If you can't adjust in 82 games to be ready for the playoffs, that's on you. But my expectation absolutely is I'm hiring you to get me over that hump. The only reason I would fire a coach who was the first coach to get me to the Eastern Conference Finals in 25 years, the only reason I fire that coach is because I don't think he can get me over that hump. So I'm literally hiring you only to do that.
Just not the first year, though.
But this is the Knicks.
It is, exactly. And that's what makes it illogical.
All right. So we're going to pivot real quick to WNBA news. So we love when we get to talk about the WNBA on here. But big news out of the WNBA this week. They are expanding. Moving to 18 teams with the addition of franchises in Cleveland, Detroit, and Philadelphia. These new teams will join in the coming years, with Cleveland starting in 2028, Detroit in 2029, and Philly in 2030. The expansion is going to bring the league to its largest size ever, surpassing the previous high of 16 teams. So, my friend, is this the Caitlin Clark effect?
Oh, absolutely. She you know what LeBron brings to everywhere he goes? That's what she does. Wherever she goes, she brings that with her. This is absolutely the C-squared effect.
C-squared effect. I'm going to modify that a little bit, though.
Okay.
I got to set you up with that one.
Sure.
Sorry.
It's fine.
Not really. I think this is the C-squared and the Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese.
Okay.
Effect. Because I think it's a combination in the WNBA. And because their history started in college and has come to the WNBA, and now it is the number one thing that gets the most attention across the NBA, right? So to me, it's a matter of both. It's the effect of both of them to bring the attention, to bring the hype.
Sure, that's fine. But it's still the C-squared effect.
There was another conversation I wrote just real quick, that are they expanding too soon, right? There's still a lot of talk about underpayment of players. I was listening to a clip recently of Candace Parker actually talking about how the WNBA was her summer job.
Right.
And
that's historically been the case.
You're right. And playing overseas is where the money was.
Right.
So I guess the question is, should you get the league to a place where you can pay the players more before you start putting in more franchises? Or does putting in more franchises allow you to generate more overall money into the pots to pay the players?
That depends on the amount and the caliber of talent you can recruit. That's really what it comes down to, because if the players aren't out there and you just build these teams and you have 45 more new spots for players, 15 per team, right? 3 new head coaching jobs, a lot more staff, assistant coaches and trainers and physical therapists and everything else that comes with that. Like you're opening a whole new world of opportunities for, young folks or even older folks, to come in and get new jobs in this industry. At the end of the day, the seats have to fill, and the seats are filled with the performances that are on the floor of those 45 players, or some combination of that. If the college arena doesn't have that, are you going to go overseas to get them? But the money's not there. The money's not here. So they have no incentive to come here. So I really hope they have a good game plan, a really good game plan and business case to be able to do this and to sustain it.
I think there is. And actually, I think we'll see a distribution of stars across teams, right? So you don't end up with a team like the Fever that have Aaliyah Boston and Caitlin Clark. It's not fair, right? So you get a little more distribution, right? Until they start teaming up together. But we'll get to that point.
Player tampering will happen there too.
Right. once the money is right, then they gotta progress. But I just hope in all of this that they figure out a way to pay the players, and I hope that the expansion is not at the detriment of doing so. Because to me, if I'm running the NBA, like getting more money to pay these women for their skills and for what they bring to the league is paramount. It's number one, right? It is the ultimate. Right. Everything else should be secondary. So
agreed.
All right. Finally, let's wrap up with our favorite segment. This is going to be semi-rapid fire, right? So I'm going to put some rules around it because we like to play deep or not that deep, but then we can go super deep. So let's try not to go too deep, especially on some of them. There might be one or two, give you a little latitude to go deep on, but otherwise it's going to be real quick. Like you're going to tell me deep or not that deep. And then real quick, 30-second or less, why or why not.
You putting me on the ESPN table, on the ESPN desk.
Absolutely. Like,
okay.
We gotta run with this.
All right.
So I'm gonna break these into categories. There's so much that happened, and again, I'm not even covering all of them. I'm just going through some of the bigger, more highlighted deals. So I broke them into 3 different categories. The first is no place like home. Those are players who either got extensions or re-signed or took their option, their player option.
Okay.
Old faces in new places, players that changed teams for a variety of reasons. And then lastly, a couple trades, small trades that happen.
Sure,
all right.
Let's do it.
You ready?
Yeah.
All right. Let's see if you can color inside the lines because I don't think you can.
I don't think I can either.
So no place like home, players that stayed. Got to start with the defending champs. And Shy. I don't know why I said Shy. I'm tired. It's been a long day. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, 4-year, $285 million Supermax contract. My God.
Ain't nothing shy about that.
Look, I'm definitely not gonna be shy after $285 million.
Listen, well deserved. Man earned it. Brought home the first ever chip. If you don't reward this man now, then I'm sorry. Like, what are we doing here?
Sam Presti continues to be the GM of the decade. He might be the GOAT GM when it's all said and done.
Facts.
All right. Jaren Jackson Jr., Memphis Grizzlies, 5-year, $240 million maximum extension with Memphis.
Good for him.
So keep him and Ja there together.
But good for him.
Dude, bro's a beast. He's an all-star.
The team ain't going nowhere. The team ain't going nowhere.
Wow. Okay. Jabari Smith Jr., 5-year, $122 million rookie extension with the Houston Rockets.
Hey, good for them. Good for them. Keeping a young guy showing potential, keeping that core young.
You're not giving me deep or not that deep. Come on, bro. So Shai was deep.
Yes.
Jaren was not that deep.
Not that deep.
Jabari?
It's deep.
Deep?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
I mean, somebody gonna have to be there to help KD.
Absolutely.
I mean, he's proven he needs help to win chips. All right.
I thought you didn't want no smoke with KD. What happened to that?
I'm just kidding, KD. I'm just kidding. Come on, I'm just being funny.
Apparently, KD was texting you last episode.
No, I've been watching a lot of comedian clips that have been popping up on my TikTok feed.
I see.
This one kind of hit me weird. Jacob Podol. I don't even know if I said that right. 4-year, $104 million contract extension with the Raptors.
Good for you, bro.
No, it's not that deep.
You know, we talked about how nobody was watching Pacer games throughout the season. Nobody's watching Raptors games even now, except maybe Drake or the superfan Nav.
Yeah.
That's about it, bro. So
I'm gonna say this one is deep. It's deep.
I'm gonna say it's deeply confusing because I don't know.
This is deep for Toronto and their fans. Like, what else do they got other than Scotty Barnes? So your team is Scotty Barnes, RJ Barrett, and Jacob Podol. That's your big three.
So deeply confusing.
James Harden, 2-year, $81.5 million contract with the Clippers. It's good money if you can get it.
Facts.
Deep or not that deep?
I think they're in deep trouble. The Clippers ain't doing nothing. No matter what kind of team they put together historically, that's a place where you go to get paid, but you don't have to produce results because it's Lakerland. You're not. What are the Clippers doing that's, you could say, in recent history that was, you can quickly remember, like, oh yeah, they're good at that.
Building beautiful state-of-the-art stadiums.
That happened after they got their new owner.
We said recent history.
Sure. There you go.
It.
That's it.
Yeah. I just hope that we see, him and Like, I just want to see him and Kawhi play 75% of the game. Can we get that?
Even that's too much, bro. That's what I say. Deep trouble.
I think it's deep. I think it's important. He's an important piece there. It's deep. They got
deep pockets.
Look,
is what I'll say.
If they want to move forward in the playoffs, you got to be there, get paid. You know who it's most deep for though? The
fans will be in deep depression after they don't make it.
No, just a certain demographic of people in the LA area that work in a certain industry. Okay. Ooh. Julius Randle.
Okay.
3-year, $100 million deal to stay with the Timberwolves.
I think that's deep. I like that.
I think it's deep, but not in the way I don't like it.
You don't like it?
Don't like it. I mean, he had some games, but I don't think Julius Randle is him to be the second guy for Ant. Ant needs another second guy. Julius Randle would be a great third guy.
I think it was a little premature because it was a mid-season trade, right? Now he's going to have a full season under his belt with this team and really learn his actual full role in it. So I actually look forward to his development in that team.
I think it's deep because unless they figure out a way to move Gobert for something else, like he needs another second that is gonna.
Wait, you just calling Gobert a second?
No, I'm saying
who's the second option on that team
Julius
right now?
Randle. I'm saying he's not a second; he's a third.
No, so who would you put second? Is my question.
He'd have to be somebody that's not on the team.
So they don't have a second option.
No, they
technically
by default it's Julius.
I get it, but
yes, they don't have a.
As far as your ranking is,
absolutely
okay, got it.
Absolutely not. All right, last one. Talked about him earlier. LeBron James, 1 year, $52 million player option. Opted in, but rumor mill hasn't made it known that he's not keen on the current direction of the Lakers. So,
even after the Aiden trade.
Yeah, there's a whole...
Or the pickup.
There's a whole thing out there about him potentially being traded, and I think they may have tried to buffer it a little bit. But with Ron, you never know. So picking up his option, deep or not, I mean, it seems like it's par for what he usually does. Right? Picking up the option, because why would you turn down $52 million in a year?
Right. Why would you?
Right.
So, I mean, I think it's we're in a deep state of wonder of what actually will happen with him.
Scott always colors outside the lines. All right. Old faces and new places. All right. You talked about this earlier. We can get a little slightly deep on this one. Miles Turner, 4-year, $107 million contract with the Milwaukee Bucks. Hit everybody out of the blue.
Yeah.
Everybody. Nobody saw this one coming. Deep or not that deep?
I think that's deep, man. My question is though, are the Pacers actually saying that we're gonna retool? We're walking away from this? Like this guy helped us get to the
they don't have a choice.
Still, man. Like he was
apparently he went back to them like, hey, and they didn't want to jump. They don't want to get into the tax.
Wow.
The whole first day, the second term, they didn't want to jump into all that. So he took the bag. I
mean, I guess the check cleared over there.
See, my thing is who is it deep for? Because for me, this is not that deep for the Bucks. But for the Pacers, super deep.
Correct. Yeah, that's what I meant. That's my initial question about the Pacers.
Yeah. For the Bucks, meh.
Okay.
Especially if Giannis even if Giannis is there, like who's handling the ball?
Right.
Just okay. So you got two big men plus Bobby Portis. Like, what are y'all doing? You just gonna put Giannis at point, Bobby Portis and Miles Turner?
Why not? Let's try it.
Is that your
Let's see what that looks like.
Is that your big three? Giannis, Miles Turner, and Bobby Portis?
Listen, man. I know you already don't fear the deer.
Definitely don't fear the deer on that one. Okay. Speaking of Lakers and what's now,
are you turning teams? Are you switching teams?
I'm switching teams and colors on my microphone mid episode.
Okay.
All right. Dorian Finney-Smith, a coveted 3-and-D wing.
Yeah.
4-year, $53 million deal with the Houston Rockets.
Hey, great pickup. Deep. Very deep. So I'm happy, man. Now the Rockets look like they're doing something. Because I don't think the KD trade was enough, but they're actually now. I like it.
Just wait till they add Russ into the equation.
Bruh.
D'Angelo Russell, D-Lo. 2-year, $13 million deal with the Dallas Mavericks. What?
It's a nice pickup. Nice role player type pickup.
Bro.
It's a nice role player pickup.
What?
Yeah. He'll be the fourth, fifth option. That's fine.
No.
Fifth option, sixth option.
It's not
maybe.
even about being an option.
Right. He might not even be an option.
You're talking about a 6-man off the bench?
Right. That's what I meant. He's a good role player.
And then
you paid pennies for him compared.
And if Kyrie, for whatever reason, gets injured or whatever, you've got more than capable, competent guard. Like, no, that's deep.
Yeah, that's not that.
That's to get a depth piece of that quality for 2 years, $13 million in today's NBA, when guys like Jacob Poeltl got what? What is
100 something?
4 into 100? That's 20 something million a year, right? And you get D'Lo for pennies. Oh no, that's deep. That's really deep. Finally, this would be the one thing I've seen so far that I'm like, okay, Nico. All right, Nico. I see you. I see what you're doing.
Correcting course.
No, that one's deep. That was deep. You're crazy.
I don't know about that.
Clint Capella, 3-year, $21.5 million deal with the Houston Rockets.
Back to the Rockets?
Oh,
you finally got rid of him?
He was a free agent.
Oh, okay.
We totally again, so we're just getting on Hawks. We're gonna make this a Hawks podcast. This new GM, I wish he would have been here 2-3 years ago because we should have got something out of John Collins.
Yeah.
Bogey, DeAndre Hunter. We're going to talk about the DeAndre Hunter one actually next. But you get nothing in return from him. Capella, we had so many young developing assets that we could have got something out of. And to be sitting here at the point we are with as few picks as we have and trying to piece together the depth just shows how inept our former front office was.
So I'm deeply sorry for your fandom.
Yes. So Clint Capella goes home deep. I think it's great for...
I think it's good for Houston.
Deep for Houston. Because, again, you talk about depth, being deep.
Correct. They're putting together big men. That's what you can see around that.
You get this guy to come in off the bench, throw you some good defensive minutes, throw a couple fouls. What? Yeah. All right. Karis LeVert.
Yeah.
We traded for him.
Yes.
DeAndre Hunter last year to the Cavs.
Yes.
A great young piece who was developing, all for Karis to walk away and go to Detroit on a 2-year, $29 million deal.
Hey, good for Karis LeVert.
Good for Karis LeVert, bad for the Hawks. So deep for the Pistons.
Deep for Detroit, for sure.
Deep for Detroit.
For sure.
Because he is instant offense wherever he goes.
Yes.
Still so mad. We got nothing out of that.
You are deeply rooted in misfortune as a
seriously. Brook Lopez. 2-year, $18 million deal with the Los Angeles Clippers.
He's also in deep-ish.
Just by association. So he doesn't help them. Him, Harden.
Listen, bro.
Kawhi.
Listen, okay. The Clippers. I rank them on Snoop Dogg's list of where he ranks the Clippers past all the Drew League, the AAU leagues. They're at the end of LA. Because that's where their decision making has taken them. Unfortunately, Steve Ballmer inherited a cursed franchise. That's what he did.
Disrespectful.
Good for him.
Good for him. DeAndre Ayton, right? Talk about him to the Lakers. 2 years, $16.6 million, but that's on top of his buyout, which is $26 million a year.
So I think this is a deep opportunity for Ayton to kind of revitalize his career. Right, because he was kind of they were kind of dismissing him, but now he has an opportunity playing with Bron and so far playing with Bron and Luka and all that. He has a chance to become that guy again. But in LA, the pressure's there. You got to perform. So this is a deep moment for him.
So I'm going to take the flip side,
and
say it's not that deep, but it may become deep because. Based on a lot of the highlights that I saw flying around, dude looks like he barely likes to even play basketball. Wow. And if he brings that to LA, this is a not that deep signing. Okay, we signed him for 2 years, probably gets waived after one, or he gets thrown into some trade during the trade deadline because he's not working the way he should. It becomes not that deep. Wasn't a big thing.
Wow.
But it could become deep if Bron stays, if he does further develop and he or gets back to what we thought he could be, right? It could become very, very deep to give the Lakers that next piece to try to get over their hump.
Yes.
Right? So, yeah, it could become deep.
Two parts of this, though. One, if LeBron can get Luka in the gym, which he has been all summer long, because you've seen clips and pictures and all that, maybe Ayton can take a little bit of that, right? That little energy, that juju, and get in the gym and really put in the work to become where he was, assuming he likes to play basketball still.
Well, go ahead.
Second part, he might have a mental and emotional hurdle when he realizes that he's going to go play with his dad, who owned the Suns for many years, Luka. So there's two things you have to figure out here.
Rebuttal. Who's going to get Luka in the gym when LeBron goes to the Knicks?
When, you said. It's when or if. We don't know.
Who's going to get Luka in the gym?
Right now, he's in the gym. That's the point.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
We'll bookmark that one. Luke Kennard, sharpshooter. 1 year, $11 million deal with the Atlanta Hawks. You need to put shooters around Trey. It's deep. And just to follow that up, Nickeil Alexander-Walker, another 3-and-D guy from the Timberwolves. They lost a key piece of their squad. 4-year, $62 million deal with the Atlanta Hawks.
Now, that's the one I think is more important. This is the guy who was in the finals.
And to do them in order.
He's Shai's cousin, apparently, to you, right? No, Shai's cousin.
Shai.
And good for him, man. Good for him. Unfortunate for him that he ended up on that team, but good for him that he got the check cleared.
How is that unfortunate when he chose? Look, and you know who
should have called his cousin, man.
And he
should have said, "Hey, yo, can you get me on OKC with you?"
And he did. And you know what his cousin said? His cousin said, I can't get you on OKC with us because we got so many picks and young players already. But what I can do, I know this boy from Oklahoma who used to come to the OKC Thunder games. Okay. His dad still comes, right? Because his dad got season tickets. So, I'm going to hit up Rayford. Yeah, I said Rayford.
Rayford,
that's his pops. To hit up Trey.
I mean, you're older. Are you older than Mr. Rayford, I guess? I don't know.
I don't think so.
Okay.
No, I think
so. Mr. Rayford. Yeah, right. We'll call him Mr. Rayford.
Mr. Rayford is a little older than me. Shout out to Rayford. I'm going to hit him up to hit up Trey. And then Trey, you need to come to the squad. Come down to the A. We're about to do some crazy things. So we're
going to do crazy things and be the 10th, the 10th seed.
Deep.
And we'll just make it to the playoffs. We'll have a couple playing games. We may not make it.
No.
Historically, maybe we'll make the playoffs, but then that's about it.
It's deep.
And your taste of the finals will never happen again.
It's deep.
Or close to.
It's deep. All right, moving on real quick. 2 trades. Denver Nuggets trading Michael Porter Jr. and an unprotected 2032 first-round pick to the Brooklyn Nets for Cam Johnson.
You said Devin who?
Denver.
Nuggets.
Trading Michael Porter Jr. and a 2032 first round for Cam Johnson, who used to be on the Suns.
Bro, that's deep.
It's deep. So to follow it up, the Denver Nuggets traded with the Sacramento Kings. Denver got Jonas Valanciunas, and Sacramento got Dario Saric. So now they got another big man to back up Joker. Valanciunas is no joke. Got Cam Johnson, got Porter away.
Bro.
Deep.
It's deep.
Ooh.
Bro. Seriously?
Deep good or deep bad for Denver?
I don't know. I don't like them getting rid of MPJ, man. Like MPJ was that solid, when I need a bucket and all options are out, we're going to throw the grenade to this guy. He going to let it go and he going to drop it.
See, I feel like that's Aaron Gordon. I think this is fine.
Aaron Gordon became that, but MPJ has been with them.
I think this is fine.
No, all right. So MPJ went to the Nets?
The Nets.
Sorry, bro.
But you know what? That could be another one. He could be, you know who this is another thing to take the Giannis thing out. Another thing I would love, you know who he played AAU ball with, right?
Trey. Yeah.
Him and Trey together.
My guy just trying to team everybody with Trey. Right. Seriously.
I'm trying to enjoy the NBA season next year. All right. 2 bonus real quick. Mike Beasley. Jeez, I can't read.
Mike Beasley. We playing 1-on-1?
No, I was thinking about it because he challenged Nick Young, right?
Oh, did he?
So we might get to talk about it again.
Oh, wow.
No, I was thinking about Mike Beasley.
Okay.
Shout out to Mike Beasley, man. That man is crazy
Absolutely.
Good. Malik Beasley.
Okay.
So deep or not that deep? You heard about what's happened with it? He apparently is under investigation for betting on games.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Deep or not, and he was in contracts with the Pistons on extension. He's one of the coveted free agents.
Correct. And
now they were kind of like, we gonna pause right now and see what happens.
Nobody wants bad publicity. Nobody wants bad media around them. So it's unfortunate that he put himself in that situation. You know the rules of betting in the league. There's been historical records and receipts are out there. you probably don't want to play with fire, especially when it's contract season.
Right.
So
yeah, no,
he's in deep trouble, is what I'm gonna say. If it's all true.
Yeah, I mean, what's his name? Terry Rozier just got cleared recently.
Good.
So maybe he'll get cleared.
Hopefully.
If he did do it though, he's definitely in deep trouble because this is a bad look.
Yeah.
And it's a deeply bad look.
Right.
For the NBA, especially you've worked to get past the Donahue stuff.
Yes.
Then you get into this, and now I mean, there's already a whole
Donahue. My guy's having trouble today with the name.
I'm just struggling with the name, bro. It's late. Our people don't know we record on Saturday nights.
Yeah,
so
that's true.
It's late. But I don't even remember where I was going with that because you threw. But all I did was
in deep trouble.
I was saying, yeah, because they say nothing but actors, and everybody thinks the draft is the ping pong balls are rigged, and like the last thing y'all need is a legitimate this guy was doing things
a bad actor or
sway a game bad for the NBA.
It's a tough look, right? And sure. NBA does not want that type of attention.
No. And the last one, Dame time. The first time that I can recall, maybe I've just been sleeping under a rock, that a player has been stretched and waived. Pause. I didn't even know that was a thing, bro, to be honest.
I didn't want to follow up with any part of that phrase after you. So
I'm not a capologist, but so apparently they stretched his contract over a couple years and then waived him, which allowed them to have enough cap space to sign Miles Turner. The only reason that happened.
So we live in a time when Miles Turner has more value than Damian Lillard, potentially. Bro, what are we doing?
Well, they're looking at it
this is the precise reason if I'm Giannis, I'm getting the hell out of there.
Next season's a wash, right? So basically going to be rehabbing all next year. And then the question is after that, is he going to come back the same? Is Giannis still going to be there? I mean, if you are starting to build for the future, that's probably not the worst move.
Sure.
But I agree with you. Like, as soon as I saw that and I heard that Giannis was upset, it's like, well, first of all, he needs to keep all his money. He's going to get paid. He gets to go pick a team, whatever team he wants to go to. Like,
right.
Of course, Dame was like, shit, I'm good. I'm going back to Portland to rehab.
Okay.
To rehab.
Oh, rehab.
I'm going back to Portland to rehab and show my family, like,
right.
I get to pick my team. Right. So, no, this is deep for Dame. I love the fact that not only does he continue to get paid, as he should, as he deserves, he earned it. He put in his time, but he also gets to choose what his next destination is.
Bro, that's the ultimate situation, right. Scenario to be in.
Go get healthy and live your life.
So, did you hear the teams that reached out to him?
Oh,
besides pretty much every team.
Every team,
but some key teams have reached out to him. Do you know some of those who are?
Give us the rundown.
They said they want to get things done sooner rather than later. Boston.
I heard about Boston.
The Warriors and the Lakers.
Well, the Lakers, but no.
So those three teams, do you see him?
The only one I can legitimately see him with is Boston because they have a legitimate need for a point guard right now. Outside of that, the Lakers, you've already got LeBron and.
But you're pushing LeBron to New York anyway.
Okay, but you still got Luka, primary ball handler.
Okay.
Right. And the Dubs, I mean, you got stuff like, you already got why do you need, we've already saw with the Dubs that 2-point guard thing don't work. They had a 2-point guard thing. Who was, oh my God, why am I blanking on it? They had a couple years ago. Who was it? Jesus, now you're going to make me go, all right, you're going to make me go look it up.
2-point guards.
Yeah, they had another guard. Who was it that was playing off?
Who was the caliber of Damian Lillard?
Chris Paul.
Who was the caliber of Damian Lillard?
Chris
Paul wasn't the early Chris Paul, bro.
But it doesn't matter. You got 2-point guards.
Chris Paul is not Damian Lillard. He doesn't stretch the floor like that.
Dame is not going to play shooting guard.
Bro.
And Steph is not going to play shooting guard.
Steph is a shooting guard.
But he's a point guard.
No,
he's a point guard that shoots.
Oh,
okay. I mean,
I think if he ends up with any one of those teams, that's ridiculous.
Dude, Boston is
oh my God.
If there's any
automatic favorites, then
dude, and think about it, Tatum's gonna be recovering all year.
Yeah,
Dame's gonna be recovering.
They got rid of Drew.
They got rid of Drew. They got rid of Porzingis. Sacrifice a year, get a young guy, potentially high in the draft.
Yeah,
come back, and then you got a squad again.
Then you got Dame and Brown, Tatum. Right. Hey,
and then you bring a young guy, Derek.
You got the 6th man of the year.
You got 6 man. Yeah, bring up a young guy. So I'm there.
Watch him end up on the Lakers.
I don't see the fit at all. All right, take us home, sir.
Yeah.
The RBA aura for this week. I know you got one.
Oh, RBA aura, I'm sorry. So I know we said it was a heavy basketball episode, but we got to give love. The way we started the episode, right, away from basketball, we're going to end it away from basketball because the coveted Wimbledon, right? The ultimate like prize for tennis is the Wimbledon, right? There's a French Open and the US Open, Australian Open, all that. But the Wimbledon is like that. It's the Wimbledon.
It's a Super Bowl.
Basically, right? And it's getting wins in the Wimbledon is tough. That's when the best of the best show up, along with other Opens. But it's the Wimbledon. And I want to give a special shout out to Mr. Novak. Hopefully I'm saying this right. I'm having trouble with the names right now. Got that energy rubbing this way. Novak.
Oh,
Djokovic. I think I said that part right. Djokovic for winning 100 Wimbledon matches, which is he puts him in the elite company with the top 3. I know Roger Federer, he's one of them, and then one lady. I'm not gonna mess up her name, so I'm not even gonna attempt that name. And this man is in the top 3. He's in the Rushmore -1 of Wimbledon wins, and that is incredible just in itself. So the longevity, the career, like you gotta respect it. So much respect to Novak Djokovic. Apologies for the name. Listen, people mess my real name up all the time anyway, so I'm used to it. But I want to give a special shout out to because that is a feat only 3 human beings have accomplished in the history of tennis, and tennis is a long historical sport, way before American football and basketball. So.
No, that's definitely huge and worthy of the RBA aura. And you think about just being able to lock in and grind it out and you know keep coming back and to get to that point and to have to do enough to be as prepared as you need to be just to get to Wimbledon once, right? But to be able to do that enough to get 103 wins. Right, is insane. So definitely RBA.
And the beautiful part about tennis is mostly it's a solo sport. So all the rewards and the punishment and all that's it's you.
I don't know why I do a podcast with you. I should just do it by myself because literally, those were the next words that were coming out of my mouth.
That's why we're brothers.
And I was gonna go right into the closeout. I was gonna be like,
I'm giving you an oop.
I was gonna be like, bro, like
I'm giving you the volley to serve.
Like I was gonna be like, bro, like the other crazy thing about tennis is such an individualized, like focuses on you sport.
Right.
And on the biggest stage to come away with that many wins and such like you can't hide.
Right.
Nobody can say, oh, well, he did good, but his teammates didn't know. Like it's you.
He showed up, his teammates didn't show up. And one thing I love about tennis, which is not true of football, not true of basketball. You play on multiple different surfaces. Yeah. And you have to learn how to play because the ball bounces different, the stops are different, the movement's different. So that whole thing is like, that's a true RBA thing.
Talk about being able to adjust.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, no. So, all right. Well, as always, we just, brothers from another,
Absolutely.
Same wavelength, all that good stuff. Yes, sir. It's a great way to close it out. Until next time, appreciate y'all for tuning in. Peace.